right, guys, Ian Anderson, Central Coast Disc Golf, joining me for commentary, your 2018 NT Point Series champion, Kona Peach State champion, Eagle McMahon.
How's it going, Ian?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. I'm excited to be here.
All right, we are out at the 2019 Wintertime Open, presented by Supreme Flight, and it was a wet one, Eagle.
It was.
Also a fantastic track, really tests your accuracy and your distance as well. And here is our feature card, round one. We got Steve Rico, Paul McBeth, yourself, and Anthony Barela. Should be a fun watch.
Yeah, I'm excited to see AB's hair all around.
Right?
I'm loving it.
Tell us about hole one. What's the plan here?
Yeah, hole one, compared to last year, we're not throwing around the tree. So yeah, it's pretty much a straight at it shot right now. And it's definitely not easy. There is a very low ceiling that these players have to navigate.
Mm-hmm. That was a legend outlaw from Mr. Rico. Unfortunately finds a tree. Paul McBeth up next.
This is the first sanctioned discraft throw.
Not his best throw.
No.
What are you ripping here, Eagle?
I'm throwing a Glow C-Line FD3, and I just pulled it a little bit too far right.
Yeah.
Hit that initial Mando tree. I did not miss the Mando yet, so that's a good sign.
Well, there's no Mando now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got AB. He is ripping on.
I think that's a T-Bird 3 right there.
Yeah, Metal Flake T-Bird 3.
That's a good shot. He got kind of an unfortunate kick to the right.
He did, yeah. Still got a putt, though. So Steve still has to contend with this tree limb here.
Yeah, it's not the hardest shot, but you kind of had to think right there.
He did, didn't he? Yeah, and executed very well. Paul, a little bit better position.
I think this is the Luna
he's
throwing.
He's throwing on ups a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty well, too.
His second sanctioned discraft throw was pretty good.
It was. It made up for the first. Yeah. There's a little jump up from yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a little P-line P2 right there.
Nice. And AB with the lone look at the birdie.
Whoa.
That happened.
That's a good way to start off the round, though.
Right?
Absolutely.
It is. Yeah. Getting a struck on the card to kick it off here. That's you cleaning up par, as will Steve and Paul.
As you can tell, guys, it was a little bit chilly out there.
It was.
I had to have my little gloves on.
Just take them off before you throw.
Yeah.
AB.
Oh my gosh. Damn, both ends of the basket.
I love that slow-mo from Brian right there. Beautiful. AB getting a stroke on the card. Everybody else taking a par. Kicking it off on hole two.
Love AB's headshot.
That hair, man. It's like so 70s. Totally dig it. All right, what are you doing on hole two, Eagle?
Okay, so hole two, we got 312 feet. And I feel like almost, unless you don't have a forehand, it's completely the shot.
Yeah.
Just something overstable. You want to skip over the ravine there that's out of bounds. And you'll see AB throwing a champion Firebird here. I think it's like 159, the one
that's what he
throwing.
says. It's a 150 champ Firebird.
Yeah. And he doesn't get the greatest skip, but it stayed short of the out of bounds, which is good news for him.
It's a putt he can run as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Rico, he's throwing an Icon Outlaw.
And that's kind of right where the other position is.
Yeah, he was parked last year.
Mm-hmm. He's probably just on the circle's edge.
Yeah.
Right there. Paul right here, I know he's throwing a Z Tracker as his forehand disc.
Really? All right.
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty good. Yeah, it's right where the other position is, and he's probably right on circle's edge as well.
Oh, this the max?
This is the max, yeah. This felt really good out of my hand, but courtesy of Sean from the band Star Bleep, he was doing speeds, and that shot was 67 miles per hour right there.
Neither one about 63 or something like that?
Mm-hmm. And looking at that is way too fast for this hole.
Yep. AB coming up just short on his putt. Steve misses, but fortunately stays up on the hill. And looks like you had a hyzer putt this one, Eagle?
I did, yeah. Caught some left side chains, and just the reaction on the ground was not ideal.
No, pretty suboptimal. Paul?
And a splash out as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know I was. Maybe Paul. We're feeling a little bit of the off-season jitters right now, coming in the first round of the 2018 or 2019 season. And the baskets weren't feeling too friendly.
That was a nasty spit through, man.
Oh man, yeah, I had nightmares about that last night.
Oh my God, rightfully so. Although I don't think that's the worst one we saw today. Spoiler alert, but we'll see. Top 2 easy though.
Top 2.
Yeah, that was a rough one. And we're gonna look at the Steve Rico forehand form. He's been working on it. He busted out more often now.
He's always been really good at throwing forehands.
Yeah.
Especially forehand rollers. I wonder if we'll see any today.
Oh, man, those are so good. There you are with the unfortunate double right there, dropping back a little bit. AB keeping that lead with his 1 down. And we're on to the big boy hole, Eagle, hole 3.
Yeah, hole 3, 561 feet. Compared to years prior, this actually has an OB line separating the fairways between hole 6. So you really have to turn over your shot if you plan on going high over the trees, or else you will find yourself out of bounds.
That is very true. And AB committing, pulling that Star Destroyer way over.
Yeah, he definitely threw it a little bit right, but he got the flex back, and, you really can't complain about that.
No, that's fantastic. Rico going for an outlaw again. And he takes the more human route, kind of just piping it up the middle.
Yeah, that's a good way to take, especially now that there's OB on the left side.
Yeah. Might be a smart play here.
Paul throwing a force here.
Oh.
And it doesn't look like he got full connection on that.
Agreed.
And that's bailing out left. And he'll find himself out of bounds, I believe.
Yeah, I think just barely OB over there. Kind of just trickled the wrong way. And you're throwing the cloud breaker here, yeah?
I'm throwing the new DD3 cloud breaker.
And he threw it so high.
It didn't feel that high when I threw it. And this just pretty much crashes into the trees on the right. All I'm trying to do is throw it really high and have a really good Anheuser angle to make sure I don't finish left.
That was a great shot, man. And Steve Rico with a beautiful forehand again. And that's a putt.
Yeah, inside the circle.
Mm-hmm. Here is your second. What are you reaching for here?
This is a D-line P3X.
Oh, okay. That'll work, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, some nice no-stress putting. And this is Paul McBeth under the tree, taking his 3rd right here.
This is the McZone right here.
It is, yep.
Mm-hmm.
That Z zone, I think. AB flexing one up there.
Maybe throwing the Innova zone. The gator.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think that tree hit honestly helped him to kind of slow him down.
For sure.
Oh, my goodness. That was a big one.
That's awesome. That's a great par save right there.
It really was. That was a good 50, 55 footer uphill.
Absolutely.
Put some juice on that one.
Stevie from, I'd say, about 20, 25 feet.
Yeah. Solid bird.
Nice. He putts with the clutch, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. That was clutch.
It was. AB birdies as well, and you have an absolute drop in for your 3.
So, yeah, I think we'll be 3 under on this hole.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Well done. Get a good look at that slow-mo of Paul's putt.
Oh, that's nice.
That was a good one.
Today, we're talking about the Buzz OS. The Buzz OS is a more overstable version of our flagship mid-range, the Buzz. When you're facing a headwind, need a straight shot with a hard finish, or want to throw a forehand approach, the Buzz OS is perfect. I know that even in the toughest headwind, I can throw it hard, it won't turn over, and it's going to consistently fade back into the fairway every time. Pick one up at discraft.com or from your local disc golf retailer.
All right, huge thanks to Discraft for sponsoring the coverage, getting us out there. I really appreciate it. I know Discmania Kickdown as well, sponsoring the tournament. And Eagle, which is always nice.
Oh, yeah.
All right, hole 4, not always nice though, Eagle.
No, it's 245 feet, the infamous spider hole. I really enjoy the way the shot shapes up. So I really like the uphill kind of tunnel shot. It's really good for kind of a tight mid-range turn over or a forehand.
Mm-hmm.
And AB gets the good side of the tree and kicks him up on top of the hill, which if you end up left, it's really not great.
Yeah, that was a McPro Rock 3, and this is a Pinnacle Phenom that's going the wrong way for Mr. Rico.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. If you're down there, it's makes it a lot tougher. The hole. I threw a Color Glow Sea Line MD3 there.
Okay.
And yeah, I've played this tournament like 3 times now, and I've found a lot of success forehanding an MD3 on this hole.
It makes a lot of sense, man.
It just holds straight.
Mm-hmm. Paul getting a late tree, and he's not stoked about that. See if he can make a big putt to make up for it.
He pured that shot. He hit a tree that was right in the middle of the fairway.
And here is Steve's second shot.
Oh, it hit someone. Dang.
Yeah.
I was standing right behind him.
Were you?
And almost hit Stork right there. Fun fact, we're doing commentary live from Stork's house. And for those of you who don't know, he's PDGA number 3.
Love it, man. That's
And
a good history right there.
He's an absolute Frisbee legend.
He is. And here is your look for birdie, and that's just...
That's on the bad side of the tree over there.
That is not where you want to be now. And Paul has a great look, amazingly, and that just goes through.
It always boggles my mind when someone hits the chains and it doesn't go in on this hole.
Yeah, right?
And there's just...
I saw you sizing up that gap before you...
Yep.
That's about how you feel about it.
Yep.
This is what it is. AB coming back for his par. Yeah.
So I guess the gap right there is a little bit bigger than the one I had to go through.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. There's kind of 2 good gaps. This is one of them. And Paul getting crafty with his par save as well.
If you can end up on the right side of the basket, I mean, if you're looking at it from the tee, it's pretty open on that side, but you're risking
the bathroom.
The bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was a wasp. Okay.
Is that what that one is?
Huh.
I think it's already kind of beat in.
Yeah. I think when I watched the Building the Bag with Paul McBeth, that's a jawbreaker wasp, and those are a little bit more on the understated side.
Okay, gotcha. So hole 5 is actually going to be a pin change due to excessive water, which we don't really do in Southern California. So we moved the baskets on this little mound right there.
Yeah, you can see the pole right there.
So there actually is water where the basket is, so going long is, I guess, technically OB?
Yeah, if the baskets were still there, you'd probably just see the yellow band.
Yeah, that is very true. And we sponsored hole 5, and we got AB on the box throwing a Nova.
The Innova Nova. And that looks beautiful. Oh, almost the pull tap, and he stays safe.
Yeah.
It's that grabby Nova.
Right. Got a little more scoot than I thought it would, too. And we got Steve reaching for a Legend Outlaw.
Nice low forehand right here. It's probably going to skip right before the tree. He's inside the circle, maybe circle's edge.
Yeah, it's a clean putt, too, which you don't always get on this hole.
So Paul was sizing this up with a force, but he decided to go with a zone.
Yeah, I know, right?
So it looks great. Yeah, he should have a pretty good look there, even though he is obstructed with the tree.
Yeah, I hope we can figure out kind of an angle that works.
I'm throwing a S-Line FD3 right here.
Okay. And that's beautiful.
Yeah, I was, I don't know. I was trying to throw it short because I really didn't know where the water was.
Oh, sure.
But I liked my judgment.
Nice putt by Rico.
Absolutely.
Steve out here doing work. He's been doing work out here for, 30 plus years. Oh.
I really can't tell from that angle what that looked like. I don't know how obstructed it was.
So I saw he actually had a clean look. It was just an awkward stance.
Okay.
Yeah, there was like nothing directly in the way, but just not a putt you practice a ton, I'm sure. That one you practice a lot. And it shows. You making a nice birdie. Paul comes back for his par.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to practice those putts in like your backyard.
Right.
You don't have logs laying down.
Something forcing you to putt very weirdly. And AB, after a beautiful drive, I'm sure will convert, as he does so nicely there.
So Paul messed up the star frame.
He did, didn't he?
He did.
Wow. Not often he could say that. Getting a look at your forehand. And then he just flies out of there, Eagle. Not a ton of reach back on that one either. It just still smashed, man. With those quick twitch muscles, man. Love watching that. AB still leading the card there with the 3 down. Steve just one back. You are one more back, and we're on to hole 6. This one's a doozy.
This one really is. It's 638 feet, and there's a few different ways to play this hole off the tee. Ideally, if you have a cannon of a fore or a overhand, you want to take the right route, and it kind of puts you out in the open. But not everyone can throw 330 to 350 feet overhand, so most people are going to be taking the up the gut route and just trying to get out past that line of rocks to give yourself a hyzer to the basket.
Yep. That was a metal flake T-bird. And then Steve's doing this.
Yeah, I didn't even think of this really. And I don't know, just all those telephone wires really scare me for some reason.
Yeah, and rightfully so. But he's over there, and we'll see what his lie looks like.
So I'm taking a C-Line MD5 right here.
Okay.
And I like that disc just for the fact that I can force it over and it's going to fade back at the end. And the more left you finish, the easier the second shot will be with the hyzer.
Okay. Paul, his forehand hits a tree. Is not where you want to be, but it's a little bit better than AB, who's getting real crafty here.
This was a great shot from where it was at.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's flirting with OB the entire time.
And gets back in bounds. That was his destroyer, and Paul
threw an undertaker there, a titanium undertaker, and he was really pinched up against that picnic table.
He was. Unfortunately, just hit that little bush, stopped him. A great shot right there.
Yeah, I was happy with that shot. I probably could have given it a little bit more power.
Mm-hmm.
But it was raining pretty good when I was throwing.
It was. So this is where Steve ended up. Kind of a little bit of trouble, and he kind of playing a little army golf. He's back on the other side now. Pinched again. And Paul's getting super crafty with this one on his 3rd shot.
That was really good.
Wasn't it?
That was amazing.
Yeah. You know what that one is, Corns? It's a force.
Special guest.
Yeah. Jeff Corns hanging out. He's our disc spy. We got AB throwing the Nova.
That'll work.
Yeah. That's a putt he can hit. One you would expect a pro to hit most of the time.
And Steve has a fairly easy approach for his par.
Oh.
That slowed down really fast
It
from
did.
hitting that tree.
Yeah, just unfortunate
About
action there.
50. Oh my gosh, the discs just don't want to sit on the ground today.
They don't, do they?
I was a little concerned about the out of bounds behind.
It's easy to make that happen. Yeah, that was Steve missing his par putt. He's gonna 5. Not one of AB's best looks for his 4. And here is Paul cleaning up.
All right, yep, that
was worse, right?
That's worse.
Yeah,
that's definitely worse. That one.
Oh my goodness!
It looked like time stood still for a second.
It did.
How it just balanced on the cage.
AB cleans up his bogue, as will Steve. And it turns out a 4 is good on this hole eagle.
Yeah. Definitely a tough one right there.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't see that many 3s.
Yeah, it's all about biting off distance on your first shot.
Yeah, which is really tough to do with that low ceiling and the high ground, honestly. Yeah, we had to just slow mo it.
Oh my gosh, it almost balanced.
Hung up there for days. Brutal.
Wow.
But looks like that's you getting a stroke on the card with everybody else taking 5s. AB still leading by 1 though over Rico. We're on to hole 7, probably one of the easier holes out here, Eagle.
Yeah, it's only 300 feet, and if you're a right-handed, back-handed player, then all you really have to do is throw a mid-range or a fairway driver on a hyzer, and you're going to be inside the circle most of the time.
Yep, that's fair. Reaching MD3?
This is a Glow C-Line FD3.
Oh, okay.
And really,
way off.
I didn't really throw it that hard right there. This is hole number 7.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, that was 59 miles per hour, that shot. Right?
Needed about 62 on that angle.
AB got a little bit closer, and he threw 64. So, you definitely need it's definitely a little bit further than you think, because it is a little bit uphill.
Yeah, that was his 150 Firebird again. And here is Steve Rico throwing a Pinnacle Enemy, and that is good.
Nice.
Paul?
This is a drone.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I bag a drone. Have for like 10 years. I love those things.
He's throwing a mid-range, so, I mean, you got to throw a lot harder, and he did it. He threw it the fastest at 66 miles per hour.
Okay, cool. Good look for you, and you convert.
Yeah, that's the first good sanctioned putt of the year. So I was pretty pumped to put that one in.
Nice, man. That was a great look. Paul, just a little bit closer, but not much.
And he was
like-
he was excited to put that one in as well.
Yep. It's like, oh, the basket didn't reject it. And AB. That's
We were talking a little bit afterwards, and I thought it just like snagged on his finger, and he said there was some weird grip issues going on right there.
I asked him for his disc info, and he says Firebird, and then I threw a McPro AVR shank, and then another shank putt was his comments there. Steve with a nice putt though.
Yeah, for sure. Gosh, we can't get that elusive star frame.
I know, right? Maybe we'll have one of these days and get a good slow-mo look at your just pretty 30, 35 footer here. All day. Love it.
All right, now we're going to be moving on to hole 8.
Huge change here.
Yeah, for sure. So this is 635 feet, and in previous years, you may have remembered that this is the Paul McBeth hole where he'd always throw the huge like stall hyzer to fade left with a 50-foot putt for eagle. But now there's no Mando on that telephone pole that we just flew past.
Yep.
And they pushed the basket back another probably 80 to 100 feet. And it makes it a lot tougher, especially if you can't throw it over the top.
Yeah, and it's not just farther, it's really tucked in there, and the sky's opened up, Eagle.
Yeah, this was a little bit disappointing. It really started raining, and I thought this was going to be the hole where I could really show off what the cloud breaker could do.
Yeah.
But I just threw it right into the tree.
Well, they're just a couple inches low, honestly, though, man.
But Rico taking the up the gut look and, I mean, basically puring it.
Yeah.
Especially in the rain, that's about as good as you can do going that way.
Yeah, that was his Legend Outlaw. AB. Oh, we got Paul. Seeing this is a force. Yeah.
What Paul did here that I didn't do is he really made sure he got it high.
He got high and right as well.
Mm-hmm. So kind of a veteran move there with the rain, not trying to bite off as much as you can.
Yep. And we got a Star Destroyer pull from AB, and similar fate to yourself.
Yeah, the young guy's making the mistakes right here.
Yep. Here is his second, and he's trying to go over the top again.
Mm-hmm.
And that one just stuck.
Yeah. Did he? I think he literally got stuck in the tree.
Oh, yeah, it was way up. I don't
okay.
think he got that disc back.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So this was an interesting move right here. I thought I could lay down a roller.
I was
maybe
hoping
get-
you were trying to throw that.
I don't know. There's OB on the left side, so I didn't want to risk taking like a big hyzer or anything because I didn't feel like I was in complete control.
Uh-huh.
For some reason, the roller made the most sense at the time.
I like the play, though, honestly. Steve getting a great skip there. Getting him pretty close to the basket. Probably not going to 3, but an easy 4 at least.
And I have a pretty tight forehand gap here. This is a Luster FD3. And I fight through, and I'm probably just on circle's edge. I have a look for par, and that's pretty much all I can ask for.
Yeah. Looks like a Firebird from AB again.
He makes a 159 Firebird look so overstated.
Isn't that wild, man?
Uh-huh.
That thing must be... It must be...
It's one of the FAF runs.
Is it?
So
Okay. Well, that'll do it.
this is Paul drive. Throws a forehand zone, and yeah, that's a great shot.
That was. Got best look at the 3 by far. So here's Steve's look at the 3.
He almost lofts it up and in there.
He did, didn't he? That was crafty.
And just a little bit left.
Yep. And that'll be a 5 for yourself, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. AB missing right again, unfortunately. Paul hoping to get some strokes on some folks right here.
Yep. The Paul McBeth hole lives to see another year.
Yeah. I mean, the basket might not be where it was, but the over-the-top play still gets you strokes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a big arms hole.
It is. It's a total game changer. It really just changes the way you play the hole entirely. Everybody else dropping in. I believe that's a 4 for Steve, which is no shame in that, honestly. Boom. really signature hole out here.
Yeah,
Oak Grove.
absolutely. Especially how the tee pad shapes up with those trees right there.
If you guys didn't know, this is the first course with baskets. Got some great history out here. It's the 41st annual Wintertime Open, man.
41st. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
It really is. We got another basket change from last year. Hole 9 is dead straight instead of being about 50 feet to the right. Let's see if our local can get a putt.
Yeah.
Nice. I always like to see that when I'm droning. All right, Paul reached for the forehand line.
Forehand force, I believe.
Yep.
And just not low enough and a little bit left.
Yeah, this seems like the play though. Steve's throwing with his icon outlaw. Just go over the top.
Yeah, it's you definitely have to force it straight for a long ways to have that late fade left.
True.
It's actually pretty difficult where it's at. I honestly, for me, think the other position was easier.
Really? Okay. It's more dangerous though with the
Yeah.
OB so close. What'd you throw here, Eagle?
That glow C-line FD3 again, and I really just pulled it a bit too far right.
Yeah. And here is a B. Not too bad. Here's a zone up.
Yeah, it's gonna be no problem.
Yeah. All right.
A good probably 55 to 60 feet away, and really didn't feel very good. That the angle made it look better than it did.
Yeah. It was a long look there, and it was really dumping at this point. Steve unfortunately misses his birdie bid.
Yeah, I can definitely say it's raining harder than it looks right now.
It really is. And AB misses left now on his birdie putt. Paul converts for par.
Yeah, I mean, two guys were inside the circle, and there's no birdies out here.
Nope. Yeah, you really can't see how hard it's dumping right now, but I promise you, it was not dry. Steve will come along and clean up the par.
Yeah, I was talking with Steve after the round, and he's just saying, like, he doesn't even try to dry off his putter once it gets wet. He almost says it's easier to putt when it's completely just soaked.
You just get used to it?
You just get used to it.
Huh.
I don't think it doesn't really work for drives. But
Yeah.
For putting, it almost makes sense just to make your putter wet.
You know, Steve's thought about the game a long time. He's got some stuff figured out. And guys, that is all we got for part 1. Eagle, thanks a ton.
Thanks, Ian.
All right, we'll catch you guys in part 2.